and welcome to Frank the Dopamine Dog, a show where we have special guests to learn about everything under the sun. Tonight, our first guest will be Pierre the Octopus. Good evening, Pierre. It's wonderful to have you on the show.
Thank you, Frank.
Now, I have a few questions for you. First of all, I've heard that octopuses are very smart. But how smart exactly are you?
Well, we are very resourceful. We use tools in several cases to make many, many things.
That's incredible. I thought only humans could use tools.
Oh no, many creatures are able to use tools.
So, how do you travel exactly? I mean, I know that you swim around with the use of your jets, but what if there's a small place in which you need to get?
Well, we can use our tentacles in order to move around, or we can... or we can use our jets in small portions. And we're actually able to fit anywhere where our beaks can fit.
That's incredibly interesting. Because you're made purely of muscle, so therefore the only hard thing about you is that beak, which is made of keratin, correct?
Correct.
Interesting. Now, you're very kind. Is that just a thing as you have as a species?
Well, we have 3 hearts, which kind of makes sense why we would be so loving and kind. And we have nerve nets controlling our arms.
That's very interesting. Now, are they arms or are they tentacles?
Arms.
Because a tentacle is what squid have. The
Correct.
2 long ones, correct?
Correct.
This is all incredibly interesting. So, I know that you live on the Great Barrier Reef, of course, but exactly where do octopuses typically live?
Well, we usually live on reefs in deep holes. Occasionally we get moved around, but usually we live there.
Very interesting. And what is your diet like?
Well, I really do enjoy eating shellfish by prying them apart open and eating them.
That was slightly terrifying, but very interesting nonetheless. Shellfish are good for any diet.
Yes, they truly are.
Now, you have many enemies. The octopus is not the highest in the food chain, so what happens if one of your limbs, unfortunately, gets, torn off?
Well, like certain crustaceans, if one of our limbs falls off, we can just grow it right back.
Interesting. So if I were to cut off your tentacle, or your arm, excuse me, it would just eventually come back?
Yes.
I wish I could do that with my paws. Now, if we were to think about taxonomy and your scientific name, what exactly is that?
Well, we are part of the cephalopods family.
Oh. Cephalopod. Means you walk on your head?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about yourself?
Well, I do so enjoy walking along the reef. Well, swimming across the reef. And I also do enjoy those wonderful, wonderful shellfish.
And one last thing. You are an adult octopus, and like most adults in the world, you have a job, is that correct? What exactly is it that you study?
Well, I study current events.
Current events.
Yes.
On a reef.
Yes.
Well, that's very interesting. Are you using a pun?
Yes.
Current events in the current.
Yes.
You're a very entertaining man, Pierre. Well, I hope you can visit us again. But as for now, thank you and good night.
Thank you, Frank.
This evening has been a very enjoyable time. Please watch again soon and subscribe to my channel. There will be many more videos to follow. I enjoy telling everybody about everything that I know. If I can share the knowledge with everybody else, that's my goal.